Good afternoon, friends. This is Titi Oeleye on the line again. This afternoon, I'm going to talk about eligibility requirements to study in Canada. Eligibility requirement to study in Canada. I've got different questions. People are asking me different things about coming to Canada and how they can do it. I've posted something on the Facebook yesterday. They were asking me, is it real or not? My channel is about immigration, parenting, and relationship. Like I said, my name is Titi Oeleye, and I have a YouTube channel which is Titi Layo Oyeleye. My topic for today is eligibility requirements for you to be able to study in Canada. Eligibility requirement for study in Canada. You can enroll at designated learning institution. That is, there are some institutions that are listed under DLI. Designated learning institution. You can also apply if you have a proof. If you can prove that you have enough money to pay for your tuition fees. Your tuition fees in Canada. And also to pay for your living expenses. The living expenses for you and the living expenses for your family members. Because if they give you the permit, the study permit, you can come to Canada with your family members. You are allowed to come to Canada with your family members. So whoever that come to Canada with you, you have to be able to have a return transportation money. Return transportation money for yourself and for your family. You can apply for this permit Canada wants you to obey their law. Obey the law, have no criminal records, and get a police check. You have to apply for a police certificate when you are coming. That is if required. Then for them to know that you are in good health, you have to go and do medical examination. Medical examination is very important. You have to be able to prove to the officer in Canada that when your study permit expires, you will go back to your country. Then to keep your study permit, for you to be able to continue with your study permit, you have some responsibilities. 1, while studying in Canada, you must make progress towards completing your program. 2, respect any conditions listed on your study permit. 3, you should stop studying if you no longer meet the requirements, and leave Canada when your permit expires. When your permit expires, there are other avenues that you can apply and get something and still remain in the country. But don't stay in the country while your permit expires. That's another thing. So depending on your case, there may be conditions on your study permit, such as if you are allowed to work in Canada, you can work in Canada. If the conditions are on your study permit, you can work in Canada. If you are allowed to travel within Canada, then the very date you must stop studying, if it's on your permit, all this should be followed up. There are so many entrances that you can come to Canada, folks. But this afternoon, I'm just elaborating on requirements for students. Students' requirement to come to Canada. And there is another one that we have, students direct screening. student direct stream. So we have to stream that. But there are some countries that are listed under student direct streaming. Some countries are permitted under this student direct stream. This is about the processing. Depending on where you live, depending on where you're coming from, you may be able to get your study permit faster. This study permit is actually like in 20 days, in 20 calendar days, you can get this study permit. But it is called student direct stream. This one actually will help you get it a faster processing. One, you have to give your biometrics. Give your biometrics as soon as possible. Two, you have to meet all the eligibilities requirements. This is gonna make it faster. It's gonna like fast track everything for you. Then a student permit, actually, to tell you the truth, actually, a student permit is not a visa. If you are granted a student permit, you will need to take this student permit to the embassy. So with that student permit, they will have to still give you visa. They will give you the visa. But there are some countries that are permits for this expedite 20 days stream. They call it student direct stream. If you are a legal resident living in China, living in India, living in Pakistan, living in Philippines or Vietnam, you are allowed to actually apply for this student direct stream. So when you are from this other country, but anybody that's interested in this fast tracking might as well travel down there to live there legally and apply. It's about what you want to do. If you want to do that, it's up to you. But these are the countries: China, India, Pakistan, the Philippines, and the Vietnam. So for this one, two, you need to have an acceptance letter from a post-secondary school designated learning institution. That is, if you are applying for the 20 days Canada processing. 20 days you have to. This is like 20 days, 20 calendar days. It takes just 20 days to get the work permit for this, the student permit rather. So you have to have an acceptance letter from a post-secondary school listed under designated learning institution. You have to have proof that you have the tuition money, the tuition fees, that you can pay your fee. And also, at least if you can pay the tuition fee for your first year of study, and also if you live outside of Canada when you apply, you can get this opportunity. Then if you have a guaranteed investment certificate, GIC, guaranteed investment certificate of 10,000 Canadians, 10,000 Canadian dollars, you can apply for this. If you have a certificate acceptation Quebec, you can apply for this too. If you also get a medical exam before you apply, you need a medical exam before you apply. You need to get a police certificate before you apply for this one also. Then you have your most recent secondary and post-secondary school transcripts. You have to already get your transcripts for secondary school, for your post-secondary school, everything, the transcripts, you get it together. You have to, it should be ready, because 20 calendar days is so short. 20 days is just too short. So, and at the same time, you have to have a language test result. A language test result that shows a score of 6.0 or higher in each skill. That is reading, writing, speaking, and listening on the International English Language Testing System. So depending on where you are applying from, or you may also need to provide other documents that may show that will ensure, make sure that they will ensure that they can give it to you. Then at the same time, make sure you include all documents required for the visa office that processes your application. You should go through the requirements and make sure you have everything intact. Make sure you fill the form correctly. This is just a short video I wanted to show this afternoon. Thank you for watching. Go on my YouTube channel and subscribe. My name on the channel is Titilayo Oyeleye. I would appreciate your subscription for me to be able to continue to bring out some more videos. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.